Yeah, I've got that exciting feeling that I haven't felt for a while about altcoins. And, probably it's because probably we've been so depressed about them for so long. And don't get me wrong, I think most altcoins are going to hell. But some of them I think are starting to look pretty good. And what we've seen that we haven't seen for a while tonight is the moves higher led by Ethereum, led by Litecoin, and even Ripple. And whenever we've seen that before, because Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum have had a much better day than Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin has held up pretty well on a daily candle where it's just a little green inside bar, underneath this resistance still in Bitcoin. But here, we've had a really nice breakout move in Ethereum from this sideways range that we've been in since, 6 days, 6 days sideways range, and that's finally broken higher. Now, has it hit kind of a fib level? Yeah, it has, and it's hit some previous lows. But the fib level that we've hit, if you think about it, is the confirmation level. So let me explain what I mean by that. So here, if we zoom all the way out in Bitcoin, in Ethereum US dollar, we've got our fibs from the low on the 14th of December 2018 to the high that we made on the 25th of June this summer. Okay, and we lost this 61.8 fib level. We fell underneath it, if you like. And so that level, when you do that, remember fibs work like a bit of a staircase. So when you get underneath a fib level like that, it becomes resistance. So now 61.8 fib levels can be messy. And by messy, I mean that you can break underneath them and then still come back and recover them, or you can make big head and shoulders patterns. But if we are going to properly trend higher, we've got to break back above this 61.8 fib level in ETH US dollar, and it's at 189.05 at Coinbase prices. So that's our major resistance. And if we go down a 4-hour chart, there's a few other ways to mark it as resistance here as well. If I put this on from this swing here, you can see we're also to sort of 1272 from this swing here like this. Also 1272 from these two corrective pullbacks. So there's a bit of resistance here for tonight. So I would say we really do need to get above this. But if we do, then wahoo, it's a big reversal. The problem is that tomorrow is also Sunday. And Sunday has a bit of a history of being a bad day sometimes for crypto. So let's see, 189.05 major resistance in Ethereum US dollar, but if we can get above it, then I think that we've got a decent reversal going on across the board. Litecoin again has made a higher low, held these support pretty nicely. It's trying to trade back up again. As you know, in Litecoin US dollar, our tricky level is 72.67, and if we go to the daily, the reason that's the tricky level is just this, the 236 fib of the last swing lower, and it's also very important support and resistance level. Look at all these lows and this high here. So if Litecoin, if you've been looking at Litecoin and you buy a little on a pullback, 72.67 is the level in US dollar that it's really got to get above to keep going higher. Now, are we at a good level in Litecoin Bitcoin for this to be a decent reversal? This is what we've got to ask ourselves. And it's these previous lows, isn't it, that we're around, and it's a big level that goes way back back to 2017. We're at here at 6,880 sat. So that's the level that we've got to get back above, or recover if you like, in Litecoin if we're going to go up again. Look at this head and shoulders pattern here in Litecoin Bitcoin. There's that high there. That high, will count this as a bit of a wobbly bit. I'm going to keep it horizontal because that's where the 4-hour 200 moving average, and that is quite important. So we'll call it 6,990. That would be a lovely inverted head and shoulders pattern. We've got a 4-hour buy now. If you buy some, make sure it gets above there and holds above there to keep going higher. Now, what else gives me hope for Bitcoin breaking out and going higher and alts following? Look at when we drew the fibs in Ethereum against Bitcoin. And we put in our extra one down at this 942 fib retrace, which is where you sometimes go if you lose the 886. And look how the 886 was respected here in ETH Bitcoin. This is very important. So this fib, we can expect a reaction at based on the reaction at the previous fib. So 1704 is the level in Litecoin Bitcoin. First of all, we had a weekly bullish hammer last week, and now we've got a really nice follow through. Now this now becomes a 3-day bullish reversal pattern, a weekly bullish reversal pattern. Why? Because if you look up candlesticks, you'll look for evening doji star or morning doji star, and it's a 3-day candlestick pattern where you have a strong down day, then you have a doji or a hammer, and then the third candle that completes the pattern has to close the week, which would be for us tomorrow night, Sunday night, has to close the week more than 50% up of this red candle. And then we've got a 3 weekly reversal pattern in Ethereum Bitcoin. And what's cool about this pattern is down here on a 4-hour, it's a really cool inverted head and shoulders pattern that we're just breaking out of now. Look, let's put regular candles on, and you can see we're just breaking above the neckline and the 4-hour 200 moving average in ETH Bitcoin. So if you've got a lot of Bitcoin, with this breakout, it might be worth, if we can close above this level. Remember, this candle hasn't closed yet. We've got another hour and a half until it does close. So I'll go back to Heikinashi because we're not for sure broken out yet. But if we can close above 1,800 sat in Ethereum Bitcoin, then ETH Bitcoin will have a beautiful inverted head and shoulders pattern, and it will really help alts. So we'll have a bit of an alt party going on as well. So that's why I'm excited about some of these tonight.